This is Hive Magazine. I'm Danny Baker, and today I am here with John of Crystal Lake. How are we doing?
Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm doing very well actually. I'm just hanging out in Arizona at my in-laws' house, chilling.
It's the best vibes, the best vibes.
Yeah,
So,
it's
to,
been a good time.
to start off, the main reason we're here today, of course, is because Crystal Lake are set to release a new album. So, you've got The Weight of Sound coming out on the 23rd of January. How are you feeling about that, firstly?
Like antsy, like I want it to come out already. It's been written for a while. It's been finished recording for a while, and I'm so excited for it to come out. I'm really happy about all the songs and everything about the album, and I'm just really excited for everyone to, get to hear it.
Yeah, of course. How long has the album been in the works? Because it's Crystal Lake's first album in like almost 7 years, I believe, which is crazy.
So they had two and a half songs written when I first started the audition, and then I had to rewrite them once I joined the band. And then we wrote a song while I was in the audition. And so it's been like probably 4 or 5 years that they've been doing this album.
Yeah, and of course it's going to be worth the wait as well. And we've been
I hope
treating
so.
it will, it will. I've already given it a listen and I'm absolutely loving it, so I'm sure everybody else will.
Thank you.
So a few singles have been released to the world already. How has reception been so far? What have kind of everybody's reactions been?
I think it's been really awesome. Obviously, there are some people that are always just going to miss the old ways of Crystal Lake, but I think overall everything has been really positive. I'm really excited about the direction that we're going, and I like that everyone's on board with us. It's been pretty awesome. Thank you, everyone, for real.
Could you also kind of talk more about what the album is all about, and also how did you decide on the album name? Because The Weight of Sound is a really, really, really good album name.
Thank you. So we got the album name. I guess I was thinking about it. We were trying to figure out the words to the beginning of that song. And I was thinking of misery signals, and I kept thinking the weight of the world. You know what I mean? Like from I forget what song it is, but like carry the weight of the world. And I kept thinking of that, and I kept thinking about what the song was about, and I was like, the weight of sound. I was like, I like that. That sounds kind of cool. I was into that. I was really vibing in the morning. It was early. I was probably I was probably already crying because I cried a lot writing that song. And
Nice.
and then I just remember telling YD and the label about it, the name, and they were like, "That's." I remember the label said first when I first told Mike about the song name. He was like, "That's the album name." He was like, "That's awesome." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So we put it on the table, and it just stuck. The album in its entirety, I think, is different for each person in the band. For me specifically, since I wrote all the lyrics, I think for me, it's a big diary of myself and a lot of things that I've never been able to like get out, so to speak. I've been in a lot of bands, and I'm on a different level in this band, and I'm able to, and not like in a pedestal kind of way, kind of in the sense of like writing. So I get to express myself in better ways than I used to be able to or used to be capable of. So this album allowed me to really put myself out there. Um, it's very much about my life and things that I'm going through, things that I've gone through. Um, and I just kind of wanted to share it all with everyone. Every song on the album is a different piece of the literal reality of who I am and all of that. I'm not trying to make myself seem cool. I'm not trying to hide. I'm not trying to be overly sensitive either. I'm just being me, and this is what I wrote about, and I want to connect with you guys. So here's my story.
Of course, I think it's so therapeutic as well, and then to see people kind of resonate with that is a whole other amazing feeling, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Reading some comments that people were crying when listening to The Way to Sound, like, really meant a lot to me because I cried a lot writing that song. And that part that everyone cries at was screaming full volume in crowded rooms. Like, I feel the shit out of that. You know what I mean? Like you don't see me, you don't hear me. You see and hear the band. You're not listening. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people on stage are pouring their heart out to you. Uh, and they write these songs because they need you to hear it, not because they're cool, you know? And it's beautiful to see people connect with what you feel. It makes you not feel alone, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why we're all a part of this scene and this community and all of it, really, is why we do
Yeah,
live shows. And yeah,
yeah.
um,
And I miss the way it used to be, and that's what King Down is about. King Down is about how the metal scene used to be more of a family, and we were more of a crew of accepting people who were different. And now if you're too different, it's like no. And that's I understand, but at the same time, like that's not what this was about. This was about the weirdos. This was about the people that weren't in the clique. You know what I mean? So it's every song on the album has a different piece about life.
for sure. And I'm sure the Crystal Lake family, I guess, appreciate that and love to feel seen. And it's going to be incredible to see these tracks played live next year. How are you feeling about kind
Thank
of
you.
putting them into a live set?
Super excited and terrified. I really want to play Coma Wave live. I feel like breaking out Coma Wave live would really break up a set and kind of make you be like, damn, okay. You know what I mean? So I there's a lot of songs on the album that I love that I'm really excited to just play at practice or, at a show. It's a lot of fun, all of them.
For sure. And this, you've got some huge tours coming up to play them on as well. You've of course got your tour with Miss May I across Europe, the
Yes.
UK, and then you've
Yes.
got Australia as well. Gonna be it's gonna be a great year for you guys.
Yeah, that's just the beginning of it, man. I really hope that the rest of it turns out as good as it starts. So I'm excited for these two tours. It's my first time touring with all of these bands. And I'm very, very, very excited. It's also my first time going to Australia, so I'm really hype about that as well. Um, I forget the country, so forgive me, but there is also a country on the European tour that I think I have not been to yet also. So I'm excited about that too.
Yeah, hopefully you'll have some time to do some sightseeing and kind of touristy bits as well between the shows.
Oh, I'm eating. You better believe I'm gonna go feed on things. That's the way. That's what I do.
Have you got any like favorite moments from past tours or like any like crazy stories or anything that like stands out to you?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. So many things. I mean, so much stuff I probably shouldn't even talk about. But Crystal Lake is a lot of fun. They're so fun to watch. It's like being on the set of Jackass. They're completely out of their minds. They're just they're a great bunch of guys. They do crazy stuff all the time. In a fun way though, not like in this destructive, like, wow, chill out kind of way. Like they're hysterical. They're like 10-year-olds and they just run around. Like I woke up one morning once and TJ was running circles around the elevator, and every time he passed the elevator, he had a chug Jameson and then he keep running. Like they're speed eating apples one day. Like they're running across the street and like trying to throw shots in each other's mouths as they like like with a wine bottle, like as they run across each other. Like they're just crazy, crazy stuff all the time. I I couldn't even put one thing on it. They're constantly getting naked. Like they, I remember one time they stuck like something up there, I think a tissue up our photographer's nose, and then they were hugging him and they lit it on fire, and I had to like get out, like to get it out of his nose. Like they're nuts. They're a lot of fun. Like
It sounds it. It sounds it. Do you partake in the craziness or do you just watch it all unfold?
no, I watch it all unfold. I don't really drink too much or anything like that, so like I'm always worried about my voice. I like party more off of tour because I can, I don't have to worry about singing. So when I'm on tour, I'm more just the observer, and it's awesome. It's really funny. Gakuen is an observer also. It's usually just watch and laugh.
It sounds like a great vibe though. Like I'd love to see that. I'd love to hear the stories. Like if we had more time, I would absolutely listen to all of them.
Never Sleep is about the partying of Crystal Lake and the partying of My Bitter End and just the partying of tour in general. But like you'll wake up in the morning and they're still awake on the bus, like drinking with the TMs and everyone. doing samurai style shots, and they're like, never sleep.
I mean, it's amazing that after like all these years as well, they're still just like keeping that energy going. I mean, Crystal
Yeah,
Lake
dude,
has
we're
a
not kids. Like,
yeah, because I mean, Crystal Lake's been going what 23 years now, something like that.
oh, yeah, a long time. You definitely something like that. Yes, 2002 is when it
Yeah,
started. So
yeah. How does it feel for you as well? Of course, you joined around 2023, I believe it was. How was it
yes.
for you kind of coming into that established band with like a fan base already there, and especially like as the frontman, basically?
So oddly comfortable. I've done this sort of move into a band two or three other times. I did it with the last 10 Seconds of Life after Storm Stroke moved, left, and he was a big fan favorite. And I did it in My Bitter End when Tyler Guida left, and he was also a big fan favorite. And when I filled in for Suffocate, I think it was right after Ricky Hoover left also. So that was, you know what I mean? So that's like I'm constantly doing it. So uh you try to just stay level-headed about it. You try to just, I think the one thing that I've learned is to not try and be the singer that used to be there. Try to be you so you can be yourself. If you can't be yourself in their shoes and, do what they do with your style, then that's not the band for you. You know what I mean? So I just try to stay me, and it keeps me calm. Because if you're not calm, you'll overthink, and then, then it's not going to be good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And of course, all of your hard work's now paying off with this album, so
I
it's all
hope
worked
so.
out.
I really hope so, dude.
Once it comes out and like the reception's great and everything, it'll just be like you can kind of breathe for a second and just like "Ah, it's out to the world now."
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna take a big gasp burp, take a sip of my coffee, and take a nap. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah, there's some unreal features on this album as well, by the way. Like, of
thank
course, you
you.
have Jesse Leach, you have Taylor Barber. Like, there's if I'd be here all day listing, there's 5 features on there, I think. How
Thank you.
yeah, how did they all kind of come about? Did you write the tracks with people in mind, or was it kind of further along the process that came?
No, after we wrote the songs, we were just trying to think of like who are our favorite bands and who are our best friends. 99% of the features on the album are people that I'm not best friends with, but like really good friends with. And then subsequently they hung out with Crystal Lake. They became really good friends with us. We were like, hey, let's make this finally happen and get these people on the songs. Some of them are people that are through the label, you know what I mean? And they hooked it up through that, but cheers to that. But at the same time, uh it was really fun figuring out who would be good for here and all these different spots. You know what I mean? I love the Carl one from Misery Signals. That's and the Jesse Leach one is awesome. I love them all, honestly, really do. I love Mike Terry's version on Never Sleep because that song is like he's partied with us. You know what I mean? So like it's
Yeah.
fitting for Mike Terry to be on that song. And then to have David on Everblack is fantastic because uh I'm not trying to put either of our business out there, but that the song is about just trying to find more of who you are. And he's been on the same kind of path recently with certain things in his life, like, not doing certain things and doing more of other things. And I'm trying to do the same thing. And that's what Everblack is about. So it was great to have David feature on that one. And having Carl on the Undertow was like, I almost smashed my face into the wall because when it happens, it turns into such a misery signal song, and you're like, oh my God. I loved that. I remember listening, laying in my bunk, being like,
Yeah, it's great seeing all those different influences and different artists kind of all come together in like one song as well. And
yeah,
like, yeah, for you, I can't even imagine what that'd feel like, kind of just being able to put all that together.
I respect all those musicians so much, and Jesse and Carl are two of my idols. Like you have no idea, and that's a dream come true. If you go tell 17-year-old me that Carl and Jesse sang on one of your songs, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. Like,
I mean, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Like, that's the kind of, you want those full circle moments, and they're always great. They're always great.
Constant. Yeah, it's beautiful.
So of course we've talked about the big names that you have on your album and everything. I want to ask as well, have you got any like up and coming bands that you're loving that you want to shout out as well?
Dude, yeah, I do. Braces from the Netherlands blew my fucking mind. And I'm sorry to keep cursing on your podcast, but like, dude, they were so good. That was one of the best bands from a local standpoint that I think, ever seen. I walked up to them after the set and I was like, yo, do not break up. Like, don't. You have that you have it. There's one point where they have a breakdown, and instead of hitting the bell, the singer starts shaking a tambourine. I wanted to punch somebody in their face. It was so heavy. I was like, get out of here. Like, get out of town. It was super good. Listen to Braces. They're really, really good. And then there's another band that's called Brace that's also really good. They're a completely different style. They're like very rocky Dillinger Escape Plan. They're also really, really
Sounds
awesome. Check them out.
insane. Yes, I'll be giving those a listen as soon as we're done here. Like that's going straight on my playlist.
Do it.
And then my final question for you today is kind of what's next for Crystal Lake really? Like, is there like anything you're wanting to do? Of course, you've got the album and the tour coming. It's quite busy, but from there,
I want a Grammy. That's what I want. You know what I mean? For either live performance or for a song. I think Crystal Lake could definitely get a Grammy for best live performance. I've seen it, I've seen year after year after year, every band that gets nominated, I think we're capable of that. That's what I want. I think what's in store for us, though, like without me dreaming, is just more of the same. Lots of touring, lots of, sweat and blood and running around the world and long flights. Like,
for sure. But that's what it's all about, isn't it? So
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful love-hate relationship. Like I might talk a lot in all of these songs or in general about how difficult it is to play music, but make no mistake, it's an amazing thing to struggle doing what you love. I could struggle like doing this. I could struggle being a cashier at like Dollar Tree or something. You know what I mean? Like no disrespect to anyone that is, but like I'm trying to dream big. You know what I mean? Like what if that, you know what I mean? What if like, you know, what if I wasn't so lucky? You know what I mean? So you have to show it respect. You have to love it. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy, but you have to love it. So I appreciate every moment that I've ever been blessed with to be able to do this, like, because it's not given to everyone. So I am so thankful for this life and so thankful to be able to do this. It's awesome.
yeah, of course. And you guys are absolutely killing it. So it's all
Thank you.
working out. I have to say as well, I've asked that question around 70 times now, I think, and you are the first person to say a Grammy. So,
Dream big, my guy. Dream big.
of course, of course. And I think that's the perfect note to end this on as well. Thank you so much for being here with me.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Amazing. This has been Hive Magazine with Crystal Lake.